Phil Tankson. My oh my, he's definitely one of the most requested cars for me to review on my channel, and he's been like that for the past 5 months or so, ever since he's been released. So here you go, guys. Sorry for the delay on him, I guess. I don't know, he just kept getting postponed. I never got around to reviewing him. But before we get into the review of this amazing diecast, I gotta preface just one thing. So as I showed the package here, and of course you can see the bonus collector card, I'm just gonna talk about how I've been really just battling a cold lately. I've been swamped with school, and therefore all of the March birthday requests have been canceled. And now I know I could do maybe 2 of them, but since I couldn't do the other 2, I don't want to be unfair and make it seem like I'm favoring anybody, so I just had to cancel them all. I do apologize about that, but if you are a loyal fan, I mean, that means you would deserve the birthday request, and you probably would see this, and hopefully you understand. I mean, a birthday request is kind of just a gift anyway. And by the way, here, we'll take a break to talk about this. Blindsided by a new generation of piston cut racers, Maddy McGear finds himself suddenly pushed out of the sport he loves to get back on top. He will need the help of a young race technician, inspiration from the late fabulous Hudson Hornet, and guidance from a few old friends along the way. Here we have Maddy McGear, Pat Traxson, Junior Moon, Herb Curbler, Ed Truncan, and Rust-eze Kris Ramirez. I've actually reviewed only these 4. Still need to review Junior and Rust-eze Cruz. But like I was saying, I've been swamped, had to cancel those B-Day requests, and I do apologize for the inconvenience. I hope you guys don't mind too much, and I will definitely try to get those videos out as soon as possible, just as normal suggestions. I will mention your birthday. But in the meantime, I will say happy birthday to those March people. Hopefully you had a great day, or you will have a great day, and celebrate with friends and family. So I'll be right back with Phil all opened up. So here we have Phil Tankson all opened up, and he looks amazing. I have to say that this collector card in specific is my favorite out of all of them so far. I mean, I just love how broadly, prominently it shows the Nitroade logo. It looks amazing with that orange gradient there. I love it. And you can see on the back here, it has the Cars 3 typical branding there, black and red. The stand is included at the bottom of the blister, so make sure you don't forget about that. And it is very sturdy. It has some notches in there, so it latches on. You can hold it upside down, do some tricks maybe, I guess. But I love it. Starts at kind of that light orange and goes to the darker orange, which is present on his roof there. I feel like it's even more present on the next gen, which we'll compare Phil to later on. But obviously the Nitroade logo that Phil and the Cars 1 racer, who is Aiken Axler, featured on their paint jobs. Obviously the next gen kind of got rid of that, but still very, very nice. High energy drink, so it's like Gatorade or something like that. I don't really drink energy drinks, so I really don't know the exact brands, but Gatorade's kind of like that. It's not as, I don't know, energetic as some of them. It just kind of refills your electrolytes. Very, very nice. Now, as for Phil's appearance in Cars 3, he appeared a couple times in the background. I'll put those pictures on the screen there to refresh your memory. But he didn't say anything, and he then quickly disappeared when Tim Treadless replaced him as the next-gen racer for Nitroade, the company. So that was kind of sad there, but it's just the cycle of life. And yeah, I actually really do like Phil, since, of course, Aiken Axler was basically the first piston cut racer that didn't speak in the movie to be released. He's a classic, released first in 2006, and he's been almost re-released every year since then, except for some intermediate years like 2011, 12, well, we got 14 and 15, and those are the only years I can think of where he was not released. So it's great that we have now the Cars 3 version of him, and of course we have the leakless version as well, who is right there with Nitroade as being a classic. So, of course, we're going to go through the review of Phil and compare them side by side because, you know what, they are pretty similar. Some of the, most similar stock cars from Cars 1, Cars 3 that there are out there. If you look here at the hoods, we'll start with that. You can see the Nitroade logo has remained pretty much the same. Got a little bit bigger, now has a white background to make some of the text stand out. The orange got darker, which I'm not really much of a fan of because it just, I don't know, I don't like dark colors. I like vibrancy, I like that. But it still says high energy drink. I like that Phil is smiling, he's happy like all the other stock cars, whereas Aiken seems kind of annoyed or just determined. Similar to Tim Treadless here. It's funny how they make all the next gens look mean and all the stock cars look happy, kind of making like a villain out of them when they really aren't. Like Jackson Storm, alright, let's not do that again. Jackson Storm's definitely a villain because he's rude, but not all of the next gens are rude. Anyway, the grills are very different. You can see there's like a lot of spokes or lines in between Aiken's. Phil's is a little bit more straight up and down there, just going across. Got the headlights. Nice smile. I love the white and how it kind of brings up to the fenders here. Wraps around them. Wraps around the vents there, which are those things right there. Similar to before, but it's a little bit bigger now. He still has like those gray tone gunmetal rims with the black Lightyear tires. And then this is where it's really similar. Of course, you have the contingency sponsors, which have been cut in half. He has vitally revolting RPM, Nitroade, octane gain, and clutch aid. Kind of interesting that Nitroade appears twice. And he had all those here, but of course he lost a whole bunch of them. That red arrow indicates to the pit crew where to lift him up at, to of course change the tires. And then you have like this swirl of flame, basically, like the end of it before it sputters out there, and it has the 28 there. It's a little bit, more dimensional there. You can see like the shadow to it, whereas before it was flat on the paint. You can see like some texture to it too, like those dots within it. So those look nice before. Again, just straight up one shade of orange. You have exhaust pipes. The exhaust pipes on him are actually on one side, the other side that is. Here you have the Nitroade logo, a little bit different than on the hood. Again, looks a little bit more gradient, a little bit more realistic. Of course, you have the gas caps there that you can compare. The flame sputters out, and again, just like on the hood, it's not as light of an orange. And then here you have the roofs. This is where I feel like the biggest change is, because instead of having like a part of a flame, it's now just completely that gradient orange that we saw on the collector car with 28 there and the roof flaps. And I really do like that, how it blends into like almost a red here on the back with the Nitroade logo instead of a flame. On the back, I just love how it says high energy drink in such bold, big lettering. You have the camera right there in the middle of the Nitroade logo, which obviously broadcasts, maybe on the TV. They need a bunch of shots to get some cool racing, shots basically. And that's pretty much it. You have the exhaust pipe there instead of being on both sides before. And here's the base if you're interested. Very, very cool. Let me know in the comment section below which stock car Nitroade racer is your favorite, Phil or Aiken Axler. I'm gonna have to go with Phil. I do like his upgraded designs. Aiken is a close second behind though because, I love them classics. So we're gonna compare now these two to Tim Treadless, who is the next gen. They are all extremely different though, which is why I didn't do the side-by-side comparison, because, of course, different models, like, absolutely entirely, whereas these, kind of similar. But you can see, like, how he now is, like, this more metallic, I don't know, burnt color, burnt orange. The logo's extremely different. You have the flame just on the O there. It's much simpler. You don't have any flames at all. 28 small there within, like, its own fire. I love Tim Treadless. He's like one of the first next gens of Cars 3, making him a classic himself, when we look back 5 years from now. And then you can also let me know in the comments which Nitroade racer out of the 3 is your favorite. So not only just Phil and Aiken, but Phil, Aiken, and Tim. I would have to go with Tim. I think I would. I don't know why though. I can't explain it. I just have a liking toward Tim, even though he's quite a bit simpler, not as many decals. But anyway, that's all for my review of Tim Treadless. Before we conclude, just some final shots. He is the same model as all these other guys. We refer to it as the Bobby Swift model because Bobby was the first. So you can see there, he's also the most prominent because he speaks. I chose some to bring out. Obviously, these are not all of them. And a lot of them do have different expressions. It does seem that TG Castlenut is just like the flip of Aiken's eyelashes there, but the smiles are completely different. Phil is in fact the only one that I brought out here. May be the only one actually out of all the models of, you know, Bobby Swift that has like a smile, because most of them are, you know, closing their mouths. So I found that pretty interesting, and it's nice that Mattel is making an effort to change up all of the stock cars, because they certainly didn't really do that for Cars 1. And of course here we have the whole team. We have the hauler, we have the crew chief, got some tool cards here, and a bunch of pitties. The team set that included most of these pitties is extremely rare. I think it was only released in like Canada or something like that. Was it like some sort of Canadian store, not Target? I don't believe, because even though they were exclusive to Target in the US, the team sets were. I don't think Target was around in Canada during that time. So here is the whole team looking amazing together. It's great to just add on to those classic teams. And it is, you know, obviously a trend that like the first ones to be released, Nitroade, Leakless, RPM, they got like some of the most amounts of pitties and team members and stuff like that. It only makes sense, because why would you give like Retread or Faux Wheel Drive when they were like one of the last ones released? So yeah, I know that was kind of random, not really made any relevance to the video, but just kind of talking, just kind of making up some stuff, because I'm actually going on vacation. This is another important thing to let you guys know. Saturday morning, which would be March 24th, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it is though. I'm going to New Mexico, so taking like all my spring break there up until Thursday morning. So I'm trying to pre-record a bunch of videos right now to go up during my vacation. I don't think I'll do any of the birthday requests again, because, you know, I can't do all 4 of them. And if I just do some of them, then I don't want to show, you know, favoritism. So that's why I'm not doing any of them. But anyways, enough rambling. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.